I was definitely messed up and not paying attention. But that's what happens on the first episode. But it was gold, but we're gonna create it right back, man. Welcome to Comedians in Bed. I'm your host, Ty Erskine, and today we have a great comedian, one of my friends in the comedian game. My big bro, someone that I can always count on. And like I said, every time I ask him for advice, he always ducks off from his post. And he goes to the bathroom to text me back with a voice message, and I greatly appreciate that. To be smelling shiggity for a couple minutes just to respond back to me, I greatly appreciate it. One that doesn't get the respect and the um, flowers that he deserves, man. But he's really a great comedian, really a great storyteller. He'll captivate you. He'll captivize you. I don't even know the word I'm trying to say, but
Me
he
either.
will mesmerize you. I'll say mesmerize. He will
There we go.
mesmerize you with his storytelling and draw you in. And then as soon as you get into it, folks, let's go ahead and give it up for my guy Teddy the comedian. Everybody, Teddy the comedian.
What's going on? What? Hey, man, it froze for a second.
I
I didn't
know.
know what was going on. We trying new shit, and what it tells me is that you got Spectrum Mobile,
I do.
and
I do.
that's your internet. I can tell.
I
I can
do.
tell.
And this is the 400 speed. That's the crazy thing
For,
about it. This is the 400
you
speed,
need
bruh.
410, nigga, because
Bruh. It'd be at like one
maybe it's my
bar.
phone.
It'd
Maybe
be
it's
like
my
one
phone.
bar. Like like when I have to when I have to watch porn, I have to take it off Wi-Fi so I can watch it. Like so it can go all the way through.
I do the same thing just so you can. No, brother, man. Hey, brother, you said it's the first episode, so I'm definitely honored that you have me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in bed again. I'm in the bathroom. That's where I do all my thinking. Actually, that's where I do all my writing as well. Um, so, man, I'm definitely honored to be here, brother.
I don't even know what made me call it comedians in bed for real. I think I might have just been high and it was just like a good thought. And I was like, I can do something with this. And then I found
Yeah.
this flyer and I was like, I don't really like cats, but I'll do it. And yeah, it works. I like it. I like the way it looks. And you look good in it. I like you in this box. You look good in it. You fit right in with it. Not saying that you look like a cat, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you
No, that's fine. It's
know.
fine. I'm looking. I got the black undershirt on with the tats, the affordable gold chain, the Nike hat I've had for 5 years. So I keep looking at myself, and whatever happens, I just know that I look kind of good as a teddy bear.
I'm not gonna lie, Teddy, man. You are a big like component of like not wearing clothes. Like you really don't. Do you not like wearing clothes?
I don't. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't. There was a time. Well, I've never really liked wearing clothes, but I tell people, embrace your body. And I'm not saying be unhealthy, but embrace your body. I think I have gorgeous legs, and I think women deserve to see my legs. Um,
Mm.
the chest is out, and it's teddy season. It's cold. It's a little brisk, a little and they deserve to be warm.
Did it make you feel like you being used when you know that a woman is just calling you so she can lay her head in between your bosoms?
Yeah, absolutely, but it's fine. It's that you know what? It's fine because I'm being used, and then also I'm gonna say some lies. I'm a lie. I'm a. I actually, it's funny because I just tweeted. I love those 2 day, 2 week relationships. Oh, I'll be in love. I'll be in love. I say all the right things. You know what I'm saying? I say we gotta go on dates and we gotta do this, and it's non-pay week, so I'm just talking. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking. So yeah, man, the Teddy thing is real.
The Teddy thing is real. No, listen, man. I you really do be having your legs out all the time, and you really do got nice legs. And a lot of guys don't like showing their legs, but you really do be having them out all the time.
All the time, brother. You got to be confident. You know what I'm saying? You got to be confident because it's some man, there's some beautiful women out here, beautiful black women that my mother always taught me this. She was like, you don't. She was like, you want to be a rusty old black nigga, or do you want to be a smooth nigga? And I said, man, I want to be a smooth nigga. He was like, hey, take care of yourself. Get your nails and feet done. Lotion and baby oil your legs. So
So,
that's what
but
I did.
did she say this when you weren't doing these things?
Yeah, she told me this as a child.
Your mom said it real smooth because my mom would just give me like a bottle of Listerine and be like, "Yeah, your breath been stinking. Like, here you go." Like,
Yeah,
that's
but
how she.
no, but this is the thing. She said she has some hidden gems, but my mother, let me tell you this quick story and we'll go, man. I remember I got in trouble and I got out the shower. I was thinking I was about 7 or 8, and my mom swung open the door and had a belt and hit me right in the penis. And then I knew about 7 or 8 I wasn't going to have a big dick. And then when I turned about 16, 17, my mother let me know every day that I wasn't hung like my father. And I had to let her know 2 things. I can't believe my father fucked you. And then also, this is your fault because you consistently beat me in the penis. So she had the smoothness and then she had the roughness at the same time.
You always talk about your penis size. What's a small penis size to you? Like inch wise, what's a small penis size?
I really don't know. I just know I can't do big dick positions. I know that. Like I know there there are certain positions that you can do. And the thing is, men try to do them. They lie and they try to do them, and they try to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? And real quick, Ty, before I go on, when you have a podcast, have a glass. Have a glass. Have a glass. Have some podcast etiquette. This nigga like, what is this, bro?
I'm at home.
Bro, like have some like this is a glass. It's not the fanciest glass, but have a glass. Like, bro, we have done
That look like
13 mic checks.
that look like
Out of
that look like
this
a cup.
33 times.
That look like a cup nurses be drinking when they be on their shift.
Yeah. STNAs. Hey, hey, this is what hey Ty, this what Ford is handing out at graduation to that STNA.
Oh my gosh, man. That's definitely that's a Karen's bottle right there. I'm telling you.
Hey, they get in the Impalas after they get the degrees and a boomerang
night shift
with the Impala.
Oh my gosh, man.
Get a glass. Okay, but back to what I'm saying. So I think the problem with men is they lie and they get these women excited for big dick positions. The reason I talk it because I want the woman to know you're not going to get the 17 to 30 positions out there. You're going to get a strong 8 to 13.27 positions with me. I've had some moments where, she a little thicker and she want me to hit her from the side. I'm like, come on, baby. What we gonna do? I'm gonna lift my gut. You got all that butt, like what we
I
supposed
feel
to do?
long. I feel long when I hit it from the side. I feel real long when I hit it from the side.
Wow, well, that's no wonder. Okay, no wonder you. I ain't never seen you. No wonder it's just you and your woman on vacations. It's never you and the bros. My nigga ain't never been out with the bros. I get it. I get it. Why? And I was gonna ask that because I know we got another 51 minutes on this podcast, so I was
Man,
gonna get
listen,
into
man.
that.
I'll be trying to hang out with dudes, but then they be like, nah, you be with your girl. And I'll be like, bro, I'm only with my girl mainly on the weekends. Like we be busy
Shut
during the
up!
week.
Shut up!
I'm so
No,
serious. I'm so
bro.
serious.
Three-way her in right now, and I bet you she gonna have a belt in her hand and say, show out, nigga."
I'll put that on Bible. Like we really only hang out on the weekend. She be busy, I'll be busy, man.
Oh no, that's when the bros is free. It ain't like we
Yeah.
gonna get you on no hoes. Like, we ain't gonna get you on no. We ain't gonna get you on no hoes. But just to come have a drink. She may want to go kick it with her girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll definitely come have a drink. What's your drink of choice?
oh, well, I've been drinking water a lot. I've been trying to stay out of the liquor thing because I did something really bad on my birthday. It involved an air mattress and a young lady that was 6'2" and like 450. So, and it was crazy.
Oh.
What's crazy is that it wasn't, I should have went back to church, but it was such a good story. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna tell everybody. So it's cool, man. It's cool. It's all right.
Do you have any wild sex stories? What's your what's your what's
Yeah,
your what's your
yeah.
wildest sex story? I'm gonna tell you my wildest sex story. I want you. Well, you just told one, so I'll tell one. Um, and I'm gonna write this into a joke. It's gonna be a long story, but I had moved down to Texas,
Okay.
and it was in the middle of nowhere. It was only mainly Hispanic people. It was only like
Okay.
4 Black people that was there,
Okay.
and I was horny, and I was like, you know what? I text my bro. I'm like, bro, I don't know what to do. Like, so then he tells me about Tinder. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll get on Tinder. So then when I get on Tinder, I find this chick and she's white. And I'm like, oh, I've never smashed a white chick before. Like, let's go. But her bio strictly said, I only do Black guys that's athletes. I was like, this is my type of woman. She's up front. I know she know what she likes.
Mm-hmm.
So I DM her. I'm like, hey, I'm not an athlete, but I report them. Like, So she's like, all right, that's close enough. We link up, but I had to take her to go get to the store to go get some liquor. Then I had to go meet her mom. And it was her mom, her stepdad, her brother, and his wife or whatever. All these white people. And they just saying nigga like crazy. And I didn't know what to do because I'm like, I'm outnumbered. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I just moved here like 2 weeks ago. And I ain't got no guns. I know they got guns. So I can't be the nigga police right now. So we go to drop our brother off. Then we finally get back to my spot. Then her brother calls and was like, yeah, can like I come where you at? And she asked me, I'm like, no, I don't, I barely know you. Like, I'm in my room, I ain't got no furniture, I just got an air mattress. So we start having sex. So then first of all, I don't like being called daddy during sex. So she's just straight, daddy, 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 daddy. I'm like, hey, you gotta stop. Like, I don't like that. So then next thing I know, she goes, I'm like, what? She's like, I knew this was gonna happen. I'm like, what? She's like, that I was gonna get dry. I was like, what? So if you knew it was gonna happen, why didn't you take precautions? Like, what's going on? So then she was like, well, I saw that you had some oil in the kitchen counter. I'm like, oil? What did I have? So I got up and I looked, and it was olive oil, aka anointing oil, that my pastor prayed over before I left. So I grabbed it and I was like, oh crap. Well, no, my fault. She went and grabbed it and came back. I'm like, and I was like, oh, this is what you're talking about. Like, so I had to make a decision. Like, was I gonna pray for her or was I gonna beat it up? And I had to beat it up. And I was just like, this is just something me and God gonna have to talk about on Judgment Day. Cause I don't really know. I had to do what I had to do. And I felt bad, but I got over it.
Honestly, bro, you may be a horrible person. You actually may be an awful person, bro. Like, that's crazy. anointment oil. That's little. No wonder you not kicking it with the bros. Like you trying to show God that you can. No, bro, this is it, man. Like, ooh, you gonna die, and they gonna be like, oh, there go holy oil. Here you go, hydro oil.
I'm not. It's not a
Yeah.
proud moment, but hey, it happened.
Oh, did you
Yeah.
nut in her?
Nah, I didn't. No, I didn't.
That
I don't think I
sucks.
finished. And then the next morning, I just lied and said, "Yeah, I got to go into the station, so I'll just, you know, call you back or whatever." Dropped her off, and when she went home, yeah, she went
That's so you almost got robbed by some white people.
home.
And then bro, every time I see you, I learn something new every day. I'm like, that nigga's not okay, bro. That nigga ain't it. That nigga's like,
This was fresh out of college. Granted, I was 25, but
you 27 now, nigga. Like,
yeah.
it was yesterday. Like, bro, it's okay. It was yesterday.
So, what about you?
Um, I think they're wild because I'm a wild guy, so it's normal. Everything. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, so let's go back when I was 16. Let's go back. Let's go back. And do you remember those chat lines?
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So I got on the chat line. I said, "Hey, I think that was when I said my name was Sebastian. I said, "Hey, I'm Sebastian, uh, 5'9", um, muscular built, titties are saggy, so you know I wasn't 5'9". So long story short, I was talking to this girl, and I knew at that age by the voice that they was a little thicker, you know.
Mm.
So she lived 4 blocks from me. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll be going over there anyway. This is Here's the problem, Ty. I told her my dick was down to my knees. So height you can get rid of, but you know if you're short, you got a nice thick dick. You know they passed it.
Oh man.
So I was like, well, I'll figure out once I get over there. So she come to the door, and my surprise, that's not what she said on the phone
Mm-hmm.
because I thought it was a roommate. So I
Right.
said, hey, I'm here for such and such, and she was she was about 5'4". She wasn't Coca-Cola Redbone. You know what I'm saying? She was a pack of water.
A
She was a
pack.
pack of water. She was a pack of water. But again, I'm not 5'9" and muscular built, so it was great. And she was like,
Right.
"Well, you lied." I said, "You lied." So we get to talking. She big girl. You know what I'm saying? Real big girl. You know what I'm saying? A lot of loving. I couldn't put my arms around her, but we was there. And I pull my weenus out, and she said, "Where's the rest of the dick?" So why did I go to the car to look for it? That's not a joke, man. I said, man, but the dick was here when I left the house. So we did it, and it only lasted 18 to 37 seconds.
Mm.
I just told her I was nervous and scared, and I didn't feel safe, and I left.
Do you ever get like performance anxiety during sex?
Nah, brother. Because I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her before I may come quick. So if I don't, that means I just under promise over deliver, and that's what I
Mm.
did. And we try to do big dick positions, and I kept getting frustrated because I'm
Mhm.
like, I don't have it. Stop! You're making me uncomfortable.
Some girls can be aggressive, man. They won't let you leave the house unless you give them some dick.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Love it. Fire up the crock pot, baby. And listen. Let's feed me first. Let's have a great conversation. Do some laundry.
Has
Then
any girl ever cooked for you and it was good?
so yeah, yeah. I've had yeah. Oh yeah. My God. A couple young ladies. My God, the food was delicious. It was
Yeah,
good. I was like, come on,
yeah.
Saint. Should have got my holy oil.
I had one girl that cooked for me and it was good. No, actually two. Yeah, actually two. And one would make like what did she make from scratch? She made something from scratch. It was real good. But yeah, she would make stuff from scratch. Like it was real good. But they be crazy though.
That's good. Hey, that's all right. That's all right.
You
Love
like
me
that
to
toxic stuff.
not really like the older I get, but some women are like that. And if you just gotta you know tell them in their ear to calm the fuck down. I'm trying to lay down. Because I'm trying to lay down whenever. You know what I'm saying? It'd be 2 in the afternoon. I'm like, bro, I'm about to lay down. And you doing all that hibbity bobbity shit, inflation high as fuck, and you over here, I'm like, calm down.
You think if you was to get in a serious relationship that your girl can handle everything that comes with being a comedian, like on the
No,
level that you aspire to be?
no, like so I've been blessed where when it comes to young ladies, I've never had a problem, getting young ladies. So, growing up, I don't do a lot of shows, as you know. I pick and choose my spots a lot. Um, and even the small little spots I do or whatever, comes with girls liking you. But that has never um, intrigued me, So my jokes are a little raunchy.
Hmm.
How I think is a little raunchy. So you have to have somebody that not only believes in you, but understands that that's just stage. That's what he does on the stage. That's his job on the stage. But outside of the job, he's this, kind, respectful, line ass nigga. So you have to I haven't met that yet, but I can admit that I haven't gone looking or embraced or been open to it. I
Hmm.
kind of, doing it alone. And it's not the right thing to do per se, but I don't know how to, and I commend you, and it's a positive envy of you how you can balance your lady and you can
Hmm.
balance your comedy career. That is a positive envy, bro. That is nothing. We crack jokes about you, but that's I think you get pegged and asked by your girl. Absolutely, absolutely. I think she bends you over, arches your ass.
Oh, not at
But
all.
but the thing is, seriously, I don't know how to balance it, and
Yeah,
so because I don't know how to balance it just yet, I don't try. I don't try.
yeah.
You know.
It's something when I first got into it, I didn't know how to balance neither. But now that I'm with a different person and I'm a different person, it is easier, but you just gotta have somebody that got their own stuff to do too. I think that's the thing. Like trying to find somebody that, has their own dreams and aspirations. Because if they don't, then they want everything from you at that time. And it's like this is dedicated time I have to do to this. But if you have somebody that's on their grind and their stuff, trying to, fulfill their purpose, and they know that that's what you're trying to do, they're not gonna get in the way of it, and they'll fully support, the things that I've done for her to like help her, I've never done for anybody, but she's like one of the first people I've met that actually
Mhm.
had something and wanted to do something with their lives. And that's no shade to
Absolutely.
nobody else. It was at a different point in their life.
Absolutely. And that's what, I'm not at that point just yet. It'll come, I don't know if your mom or OGs have ever told you this, you'll meet your wife at Walmart or Kroger or Mart. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's randomly going down the aisle and then boom. Um, because I live in that R&B fantasy world the whole time. The whole time, man. I live in that world 23 hours out the day. I'm in
Do
the
you
music
play certain
video.
songs while walking down the aisle? Like I'm a meter listening to this song.
Well, I listen to the same playlist, man. So I listen to Silk. You know, I listen to what AZ yet. Drew Hill. Drew Hill. You always gonna hear me talk about Drew
Love
Hill.
Jarrell,
Sh-
yeah.
Share my world. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I listen to that. I listen to Joe Tyrese. I got a playlist of about 9, 10 songs. Adele, To Be Loved, is on my playlist, and I got a couple. My guy Fenor, he's about to release an EP. I listen to a couple of his tracks. Micah D, she's a local artist here. I listen to that. I just listen to R&B music because I live in that world.
Hmm.
Because I just believe I'm not an angry person. So
Right.
like you listen to a lot of I don't know the trenches, man. I don't know what that is. I'm like niggas be like I'm in the trenches. I don't know. I don't
Right.
know what that is. That sounds stressful. That sounds like you niggas ain't got no lights. You know,
Have you ever heard
man.
this? Have you ever heard the song by Drew Hill called "Satisfied"?
Yeah, yeah.
Love
That's
that
on.
song.
So hey, I'm telling you, when we get off the phone, off the podcast, I want you to listen to Drew Hill, "Share My World," and I promise you, that's off their first album. Bro, that
I've heard it.
song,
I've heard it. Let me.
that song. He said, "I've been searching."
Playing from iPhone 86.
Oh, is this the song you walking down the aisle to? This is the song you walking down the aisle to?
No, that's the song I tell her when she mad at me, and I whisper in her ear and tell her, see, because the song says, listen. He said, "I've been searching for a lifetime just to meet love again." I
Yeah.
said, first of all, you had to be in another lifetime, and right before you die, you said, "My next lifetime, I'm gonna go find it," and I feel that. And I feel that, man. I love, Charlie Wilson, Johnny Gill, Gerald Levert. I'm a 90s, 80s R&B. I'm a 90s baby, but
Yeah.
90s R&B music, man. That's like when we had the show in July together, my playlist was Drew Hill and Silk.
Hmm.
That's what I listen to. That's how I get hyped. I played a I think I came out to Teddy's Jam because that was just perfect because that was the name of
Right.
the show. But that's what I listen to. That's what plays when I'm cleaning, when I'm cooking,
Hmm.
when I'm arguing.
Um. So I actually one of my favorite like hidden gems of Drew Hill's is uh Millions. I think it's called Million or Millions. I love that song. I love that
A
song.
million ways to love you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No, 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 not
And,
that one. Not that one. I think this is on their last album. Hold on. I think it's called
Millions was
Million.
on Millions was on no, it wasn't on their last album. Last album was a Christmas album.
Okay, not the Christmas album.
Yeah, but it's million ways to love you. Yeah, that's
No, Millions didn't make it.
oh yeah, millions they make it.
Oh, my
Yeah,
fault. It's not called Millions. It's called I Do.
I
But
do,
it's
I do.
yeah,
That's
but it's in parentheses Millions. Yeah.
yeah, a million's
I
ways
was
like.
like, now that I might walk down to that one. I might walk down to that one. That
But the
that
one I
that that
come,
one's strong.
hey, you remember Major? This is why I love you.
Sing it for me.
Uh, uh, he's like, uh, this is why I love you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep.
Ooh, I think the first thing is the first line he said, "I learned to love myself again."
Hmm.
When he met her, he learned to love himself again. See, I tell people, and then we can move on because I know we only got about 30 minutes.
No, you
Good
good.
R&B, good R&B, good R&B makes you go into a preaching mode. Like good R&B, because you hear the line and you're like, "Ooh, that's a word right there."
Hmm.
You feel me? And so that's why I'm always in that mode because I'm like, mm. Hold on. What that brother just say again? Oh, these. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell everybody watching this after you post it. R&B singers are the biggest liars you'll ever meet.
The biggest liars. How you figure?
Them, man, listen to the goddamn lyrics. Every R&B nigga said they can make love to her all night long. Shut up, nigga. No, you can't.
Well, if you take ecstasy.
Oh, Ecstasy Jones off Drew Hill.
Yes, that is a good one.
Hey, hey, that's a good
That's
song
a
right there.
I
Yeah,
was like, okay. I
yeah,
know you
absolutely.
get down. I was
Yeah,
like, yeah, that's what's up.
that's
Yeah, I
one of
seen
them
them live,
things.
man. In July, it wasn't the original Drew Hill, but it was just too many of them. It was 4, then it turned to 6. I'm like, this is just too many. Let's go.
They come back 2 weeks. I'll be there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'll be I got my buddy Marlon Ballard, he's in Atlanta, he's out of Cleveland. I met him when I did the show in Atlanta. He tours with Shy.
Okay.
And so man, he was real nice enough. We had a conversation in Atlanta, we talked about R&B. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Hey man, we're coming to Columbus. Like, would you like to be backstage and meet everybody?" Man, my panties fell off. I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, man. Shit, I'd love to do that, baby." Yeah. So, yeah, R&B music is something that I kind of I like to incorporate R&B with my shows
Mm-hmm.
because the culture loves to laugh and the culture loves music.
Right.
So um, I can go on hours and just
No,
talk
they
about
they go
R&B.
hand in hand. A lot of comedy shows incorporate R&B, sets in their stuff sometimes. So yeah, so it's
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. It's Joe. I want to know. Woo. Now
what a
there's a
what
song real quick. I gotta tell y'all, Donnell Jones's album, his first album,
uh-huh.
is called "I Want to Love You." I promise you, Ty. I promise you. You gonna play it first? Okay, yeah, that's cool. And then in a minute, you're gonna say, "I need to come back to that one." And you gonna come back to it, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, nigga."
his song "In the Hood" and remix. That's I like that one. That's a hidden
Yeah,
gem.
yeah.
That's a
Hey,
hidden gem.
but that's a real R&B head. I think it's not the mainstream songs.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not the mainstream songs. It's the you like Silk?
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
do.
I'm not talking about
I can't tell you song for song, but yeah, I listen to
I can,
him.
man. I tell you,
Yeah,
it's man. I'm about to get off here right now.
yeah.
I'm gonna try to get high, and I'm gonna turn on some R&B and order some Chipotle, and
Are
I'm
you
ooh.
are you picking up the Chipotle, or are you getting it delivered to you?
Oh, you gotta go get it because them niggas, boy, they know. They selfish. They selfish when you gotta look them in the eye and stare at them like a white woman stares at a nigga.
Yeah, yeah. Ever since the COVID, man, Chipotle service has gone down. I mean, it's already been down beforehand, but it got worse.
It's yeah, man. It's just customer service. Like when you don't pay these workers that get talked to crazy all day, every day, and you expect these people to fix your food,
Yeah,
like that's like you need to pay these people, like you
yeah,
know. And I get checks and balances. I get that. But, when these CEOs are bonusing 30, 40 million and, your workers are going home with no lights,
yeah.
that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get it sometimes. That's why I try to be as nice as I can, to the people. You know, it may not be a lot, but, I try to do my best.
What's the worst job you ever had?
Um, I can't really say, man. I can't really say. I've only had about 4 or 5 jobs in my life. I worked, as a kid, worked for Subway, worked for Kroger, and then I worked for the TV station for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I stayed in the same place and worked my way up. So
Mm-hmm.
everywhere I was at, it was longevity because I wanted to be there. So I can't really say I had a bad job at all.
What I never know you worked in TV. What did you do in TV?
Yeah, so I started as an intern, man. Went from intern to production to videographer. I could edit, um, edit shows. Went out there. I wanted to be on TV, but then I switched over to sales. Started making money in sales and kind of fell in love with sales in general.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Was this a local TV station or like just a network?
No, so like ABC 6 up here,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was ABC 22 in Dayton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's all the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I worked in a news station too. It'd be pretty hectic, but
Yeah,
it is
I
what it is.
loved it, man. I loved it. I
I did
loved it.
too. Yeah. Yeah. It was cool. Yeah. It was fun. It was fun. I did like when I first did it, it was like just doing like the sports and stuff. That's
I was a
pretty big
sports
there.
intern. Yeah, I was a sports intern. Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. That's what's up. Did you go to school for that too or
yep. That's why I went to Wright State for communications. So
handicap
yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think I told you the one time about the girl in the handicapped chair. I think I told you that.
Man, I'll
Yeah.
be bragging if I was fingering a girl with a handicapped chair, boy. I'll be right here with
Whoa,
it.
whoa, brother. You get on these podcasts and you get really naughty, man. You just took this my nigga's shit, and I was finger fucking a cripple, and I was like, "Grrrr." Like, brother, calm down,
that's
man.
that's that's the that's the you I mean that's the different positions right there. If you had someone like with a disability, you gotta switch it up. Gotta find something else.
Yeah,
That'd be my
you
biggest
just
fear
gotta
is
get
like
into
if I got disabled.
the second level.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear. Like if I got disabled or like burnt in a fire, that like how we still gonna have sex going forward.
Well, Ty, I don't think you in the burn unit. And you saying, hold on, pain, stop. Does my penis work? Or does hey, I'm good. Bring back the pain. Nobody's saying that, Ty. Ty, nobody's saying that, bro. And you gotta chill, man. You have to relax, buddy. That dude is something, man. But that's you know what? That's why, man. When I remember meeting you when we did Dolphin Lounge together, buddy, and um, I said, yeah, that brother's he's a comedy genius, and he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He has no clue the power that his mental can unlock. Like he
Yeah,
has no clue.
I
That's why
appreciate the
that's what I told you, man. Like any show I ever have, man. Like you're on it, man. We're gonna do it together. And Neff too.
I appreciate those kind words. How long have you been doing comedy? I keep forgetting.
So man, honestly, all together, about 10 years.
Hmm.
Altogether about 10 years. But it really started unlocking once I went to therapy. Like
Hmm.
I was cool before. Like I could do some shit before. But
Yeah.
now it's just like the way I can process comedy. I know I'm a storyteller. I know that, I'm only going to talk about maybe four things in an
Mhm.
hour. I'm going to talk about, one or two things in 15 to 20 minutes.
Right.
But the story is going to be funny. Some people were looking for punchlines. You know, what you enjoyed about the joke, somebody else may not. They may think something else about the joke, and then I'm like, well, the fucking punchline was this,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. So I love telling stories. I love seeing people laugh. You know what I'm saying? And what we did July 29th at Lincoln Cafe together, bro. I just want to say, first of all, for people watching this that wasn't there, Ty did 40 minutes of comedy. You know what I'm saying? And I know that was a lot. And I'm proud of you for that. And hopefully, you know, you really set back and you said really going forward, like, okay, I got a strong 30. I got a strong 30. You may only have a strong 27. But I watched you when I finally walked in. I was like, okay, let me get my brain together because it's time to go up. I watched you not be afraid of the silence. I watched you still captained the ship. I watched all that. You know what I'm saying? So I was definitely the pleasure was mine at that show, brother. I was so proud of you, and I know I texted you that a couple days later, but I just want to say this on your podcast. But I was so proud of you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I love the silence. I
Yeah,
do. I love the silence because I know I have your attention. Or either I might have just bombed that joke and that's fine. I'll just come back with another one. I love the silence. I really do.
but did you really? I tell people, this. Did you really bomb? And remember, I asked you that when remember about a couple weeks ago, and you
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, I think I bombed." I said, "But did you really bomb?"
Yeah. It's hard to
You know
get
what I'm
people to come
saying?
out to these shows here lately. So it don't really be enough people in there to even really know how the joke really went.
Yeah, yeah, and I commend you for that, bro, because you ain't going like what y'all do. The work that you put in, far as like, going to the open mics and doing certain things like that, just ain't me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I just, bro, you be doing that shit, and I'll be like, bro, I'm about to take this edible. You know what I'm saying? And go to sleep and talk to something beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I just be hungry. That's all. I just be
you
hungry.
know, and
Yeah.
and I get it. You know what I'm saying? And you're working out your jokes, and and I love that. I love that. I wish I would want to go to an open mic. I do, bro. I'll be like, I'm not gonna fucking go. I'll be telling myself like, I'm gonna go. I'm not going to go. I'm going to sit at this bank. I'm
Yeah.
going to practice these jokes at this bank. I have a white woman, a gay white guy, and a black girl, and I say these jokes, and it's three different people there. Some, if they don't understand, I'm like, okay, let me rewrite it this way. I'll come back in 2 weeks and do it again.
Yeah.
That's my open mic. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay,
Because
okay, okay, okay.
me
Yeah.
coming out, the thing is this, I'm blessed, knock on wood, man. I can bring 15 people out. So like me coming to Funny Bone or certain places to bring 15 people out for 4 minutes, they gonna beat the hell out of me.
Yeah.
They're gonna come out for
Yeah.
5 minutes. Like
Yeah.
you're not there anymore. But I commend it, brother, and I love it. I love your grind, man. You know what I'm saying? I love the hustle. I love to see that you're posting. Hey, I'm doing this. When you went to Chicago, love that. I absolutely adored that. You were
Yeah.
there. Like, see, so like if I'm out and about, if I'm in another city and I'll say, oh man, I can do 5 minutes. Yeah, I can do 5 minutes. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about their fucking city. It probably pissed me off already. Uh, but brother, I love it, and I told you, man. One day, um, soon, we're gonna sell out some bigger venues, and we're gonna do the comedy that's not the meme. You can't find Ty's comedy. You can't find Teddy's comedy on Twitter on a meme.
Yeah.
You can't do that. It's like, okay, Ty's been studying what's going on in the world. Ty took a death in his family of drug abuse, and as crazy as it was damn, like people felt that, and you made it laughable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And brother, we going. I'm telling you, man. I just don't say this because we're face to face. I tell people that brother's good, man. If
Yeah.
people can understand him, and they're going to understand him one day, he's gonna be special.
I appreciate that. How do
Yes, sir.
you how do you tell your jokes like when it's something tough, or something that might be like embarrassing? Because sometimes I'll be like, okay, this is funny. I believe it's funny, but now like I'm kind of second guess myself. Like maybe I shouldn't tell this. Like, how do you like get over that hurdle if you have that hurdle?
Well, I can say early on I did. You know what I'm saying? I was very afraid to be who I am. But you have to remember this. As a comedian, you are coming to say what others are afraid to say. But they're coming to listen. So
Yeah.
I do a joke. I love to I grew up in the church. I know the Bible. And what I try to tell people, and I was actually at Easter at Beeline a couple weeks ago, and I talked about how um, Mary Magdalene was not a virgin. So if you know the Bible, the Virgin Mary, she was not a virgin if you really know the Bible. And I said Mary was a hoe. And she was the first stepmother, and Joseph was the first stepfather to walk the earth. And people, they looked at me, but I'm like, that's factual when you think about it. I said, yo, y'all, you remember? Um, it wasn't Boaz. I forgot. I think it was Boaz. And to get to Ruth, he had to work for her dad. And maybe I'm saying the wrong people, but he worked for her dad for 25 years. And I sat there and I said, for some pussy? So you gotta say yes, sir, no, sir, and see a taller, light-skinned nigga, and you working for her daddy, and she getting on the camo and shit, saying, bye, dad, with another nigga so you can get his daughter? Oh, nigga, that's retarded. I think that's fucking stupid. And I just want to, and I told people, like, why did Noah on the boat have 2 roaches? We could have left them niggas to drown. Like, I'm thinking of things like that. They could have fucking drowned, you feel me? And the speeders, the spiders, we could have left them little crawling niggas. They could have drowned and shit. We could have did that.
Oh man.
And Adam and Eve, you should have pimp slapped her. Like, nigga, would you bite the apple? Like, what you biting the apple for? This ain't, he said no apple pie. So she knew what she wanted to eat, and I think that's why God made women, they don't know what they want to eat now. But they don't want to fuck it up. You know, but I sit here and I think of shit like that. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like I did a whole joke, and I talk about this all the time when my brain really like clicked, was nobody gives Joseph his props. Like, Joseph is Jesus' dad with no sex.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine, again, waking up, and remember I was talking to your pastor about this. Real quick, how's your pastor doing?
He's doing good, man.
Tell him I said, hey. Tell him.
Hey,
Show him this.
Listen.
Hey,
We having a talent show next Friday. If you want to come, I'm doing comedy. I'm gonna be talking about all the church people at the church. If you want to come,
man, send me the address. Is he gonna be there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be there.
Okay, send me the address. I'm gonna pop up. You think he'll let me get on stage?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, I'm just gonna come. I'm not gonna come high either, because I don't want to piss the Lord off. But I'm telling you, think about this, Tassie. It's things you got to think about. Like, Joseph didn't have sex with Mary, and he woke up and she had a baby bump. So they already sleeping on clay.
Yeah.
So his back hurt, and a nigga edgy and he horny, you know. And you know women, and women ain't changed. It don't matter what century you fucking in.
Yeah.
You know, she put the little butt on him. She put her butt on him, and his shit hard as hell.
Where did this come from?
This my cone. And you know what I'm saying? His shit hard. You feel me? And he gotta live to fight another day. Like, I gotta live to fight another day. You know what I'm saying? And he got the oil like you had. You see what I'm saying? And she got a baby bump. You a fool with it. And she rubbing that motherfucker. And he like, so happy. That's crazy. And the Lord came down, and he had to scoot over. And the Lord was like, all right, now listen. And I know he was like, fam, you better say something good. And then, but see, nobody gives him credit, bro. Nobody
Yeah.
says, "Yo, Joseph, you a real nigga for that." And then you had 3 rich niggas come to drop your baby off gifts with the camels and the silk, you know what I'm saying, and the fat cows and shit, and you a broke ass nigga. And ain't nobody, Joseph. And now he sees woman with the extra skin and the titties east and western because of the baby. Bro, and I sit here with him and I'm like, damn, bro, nobody's like, hey, Joseph, like, you really needed a therapist. Like, you ain't had no real niggas. Like Ty, if that was you, I would slap you.
Okay. If I was, yeah, I'll kill. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, and then remember I talked about the capital, like that's what you got to think about it. So it's like, yo, okay, cool. So for comedians that are watching this, and I know you're going to edit this, but think about this, Ty. So think about the breakdown of it. So you have all the current events, right? There's times that you sit in front of your TV and you're like, but these fucking white people are loony. Like, that's crazy. So remember I talked about the Capitol. We really needed to talk about how the wheelchair people got there. I'm like, nobody talks about that, bro. They just go past that. Again, so we got Russia. Let's keep going real quick. You got Russia. Nobody fucks with Russia, bro. But nobody. There's only in 3 movies. James Bond struggled with the fucking Russians, bro.
Yeah.
But Denzel didn't. John Wick went over there and had to cut his finger off and kill the bitch so he could get his dog back. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, nobody talks about that. And that's where I challenge myself to be educated on the current events that we deal with, to talk about it, because nobody wants to talk about fucking all the time. I feel like a lot of comedians, they talk about sex, they talk about things in the hood. I live in New Albany. You know what I'm saying? I go to my BBB meetings. You know what I'm saying? Like, sir, I don't have shootings. Get that shit away. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and you look at the comedians, the good, strong comedians. Well, even D-Ray Davis talk about some hood shit and other good comedians, but yo, that's how Ty, you and even you, like, you separated yourself. Is it harder? Absolutely. Absolutely. To be able to relate what's going on in life to comedy. You feel me? Like that's hard. Like, even all to the side, your pastor, man. Like, I truly enjoyed him at that show because, again, I grew up in the church, so I know what pastors go through.
Yeah.
And certain things I could talk about, it was like, yo, like, he was enjoying the show, but even as a human being, like, damn, I can relate to that.
Yeah. He had positive reviews about it, and you're not the only person that said they liked him coming too. So yeah, I really appreciated him coming out too.
Absolutely, man. I know his wife is fine. I know, because it's either gonna be 2 things, and don't let him see this part. It's either gonna be a fat white woman, you know what I'm saying, or he was gonna be a beautiful little AKA Delta Zeta,
AK.
something soft. You know, he just gave me that vibe. I was like, he's either got a fat white woman at home that he really don't like, but he's a pastor.
Don't lie.
Or he got
Well,
him
I
a
don't think he
beautiful
would be with
woman.
a white. I don't think he would be with a white woman, but nah, he's on the market.
Oh, that brother single?
Yeah, he's single. Yeah.
Oh, we about to go to DNS and get on a couple hoes.
You about
Show
to take
him,
him on a cruise?
send me. He's like, yo, I had a podcast with Ted, and he said, he gonna come in church gassed. He gonna come in church gassed. They gonna be up there. Woo! Quiet. This is what you're gonna see, Tag. Can Quiet sing one more. The spirit is heavy in this motherfucker. He gonna be sleepy as fuck.
He gonna laugh when I show him this.
Yeah, he gonna be sleepy. Tell him we're gonna have some communion shots at the bar.
That's funny. One last thing before you go, man. What one last advice you would give like to any comedian that's like listening to this podcast or watching to this podcast right now?
A few things. Um, Stay true to yourself. Don't be afraid because I'm always want to say this. What is bombing? Did you really bomb? And Ty, I'm going to always say this to you. I've said this to Neff. I've said this to. What is bombing? The same joke, just you got to take. I think, and I'll get back to it. Ty, you did a joke in Cincinnati at Bananas. It was the Bananas event, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember you sent me the clip, and I said they would appreciate this joke if you would just turn it this way. Because that crowd needed to hear like 3 words for that joke to hit.
Mm-hmm.
You got the aha, but you wanted the ha 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 behind it. You
Right.
feel me? And so I tell comedians, stay true to yourself and don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid, just as my testimony, it sucks for certain events I'm not getting booked. And Ty, you can say the same thing for yourself. When you know that the quality of work that you have can make the money is worth it if they book you. But remember this, not only staying true to yourself, but sometimes your comedy doesn't fit the crowd that they have. I have told you I do not do shows with certain comedians because the melting pot doesn't fit. And we're alpha males and the young ladies in this game, they're alpha females. Where your chest sticks out. It's like, no,
Mm-hmm.
I can do this. I can do it with the tie. I can do it with the teddy. Your comedy doesn't fit the show with these comedians. So if you look at let's go to the bigger picture. Bigger picture. Kevin Hart and Chris Rock on the same show. That's perfect. They have the same style of comedy, and they're gonna bring out the same style of people. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You can't put well, you can, but it's production. Certain certain of our comedians that we look up to, you can't put them with Kevin Hart, not because they're not good, but because that show's gonna be off.
Yeah.
Like somebody may come to us, Ty. You may say, "Hey, Ted, man, I got this crazy, opportunity, 1,500. I'm gonna go do it. Does it fit you? And if it doesn't, still get that money because 1,500 is a lot of money, but don't really feel bad. And remember the cues to stay on the topic. You feel me?
Yeah.
So stay true to yourself. It's okay if you're not getting booked because every show isn't for you. There's so much money to go around. There's so many opportunities to go around. Your time will come. Your purpose will come. Your opportunity will come. To get to where I got in July, and I thought that was a small show. What I put that together in I think I called you the first week of July and said, "Hey, we want to do this." Um, that confidence took 4 years. That confidence took 4 years, and that hard work of A block, B block, C block, D block. You put them together. Here's the quality of the show.
Yeah.
So just continue, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I know we got to get off. Ty, continue to go, continue to win, continue to challenge yourself. Um, you're great. You're great because you were created by great, and we come from greatness. You know what I'm saying? Continue to go, brother. You have it. I know it gets hard. I know it gets frustrating, but do not give up because you have a gift. And one day, bro, one day. You unlock the first level. It's like Pokemon when you evolve, and there's certain levels of evolution that happens. You've unlocked a couple of them, but you're going to keep unlocking till it's like it's going to happen, bro. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And for you, like I commend you and I commend Neff. Y'all be out in these streets doing these fucking mics, bro. And that shit can get frustrating because I see where your name is at on that list. It may be 20 comedians and you're 17. And you may only have your lady and the 3 comedians behind you. And you still got to put on the show. And the fact that you can still get up there and do that, that shows that you can, bro, that will prepare you for when you're at the Shot and Steam
Yeah.
on a summer afternoon and you're the headliner and you've sold out 20,000 people. And somebody's going to say, yo, this is crazy. Are you ready? And you're going to remember the time that you went to Bananas and you went certain places and it was 2 people there. You're going to be
Yeah.
like, this is a walk in the park. Now watch these jokes fly.
Yeah.
So just to my comedians, remember that this is not a competition. There is money everywhere. This is not who's better than who, because we all working day jobs and we all doing comedy at night. But that's for another podcast because we don't want to piss nobody off. You know what I'm saying? I'll call the IRS on a nigga quick. You know what I'm saying?
Where can the people find you at, man?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Hey Teddy the Comedian. TikTok, it's only 3 videos, but I just like to watch the one big girl with the big old titties. Like, don't go blaming Mr. Charlie. I sit there, Teddy the Comedian. My Twitter, Hey Teddy the Comedian. You'll catch me next week. Next Sunday, actually, I'll be doing the Family Ties Breast Cancer Fashion Show. And then I'll be at the concert the week after, trying to be in some young lady's guts. Not really guts, but there, because guts, you got to have a bigger dick. In between time. But you can catch me anywhere at the bank working, brother.
All right, man. I'm about to call you on your phone. But I appreciate you, man, coming through. I really do.
Yes, sir, brother. All right.
All right.